You can have all the greatest plan out here in the world. You can say you're setting yourself up for the future and making sure that your finances are going to be together before you pack up and you're going overseas and live in a foreign country. But are you guys considering bringing someone else in your life who's going to take up some of the finances that you put aside for yourself in your old age? Do you guys ever take into consideration that sometimes bad shit happen? One sickness away from losing all the extra funds that you have put aside. Now, how many of you guys are going to take advantage of the opportunity of knowing that you have a good woman who's out here and willing and able to go out and earn some money to make sure that you continue to live somewhat of a decent life? I know as far as us baby boomers, man, we're so damn hard-headed that a lot of us always got to say that, nah, I got to be the man of the household. I don't ever want a woman to ever go out there and work and do things for me. I want to be the one to do things. But listen, man, we're living in different times. Things are different, especially if you're here in America. Things are tough. You need two people in the household to work in order to make it now in today's America. It's not easy out here anymore, man. I want to share this story here with you guys. I'm getting tired of getting up late at night, taking my wife to go pronounce the passing of some of these patients that she's really taking care of during her hospice visit. It is really getting tough, man. It is getting tough. But you know something? I don't want my wife to be leaving the house at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, driving out there by herself. So, of course, I'm going to be there to really protect her, and I'm not going to stop her from doing what she really loves. You know, this is really what she wants to do, and I'm going to support her 100%. But anyway, the other night, while we was out there pronouncing the passing of someone, there was another Filipino lady there who was a caregiver in the home, and there was another gentleman. We thought that the gentleman was being taken care of by this Filipino lady. But it turns out to be that this gentleman was a Filipino lady's husband, an American. You know, so it took a while before my wife had to do what she has to do. She had to wait for the coroner to come and pick up the body and everything. So it was a while. So I got into a conversation with this gentleman and his wife. And we started talking about life, started talking about different things. Turned out to be that him and his wife was living over in the Philippines for about 6 years. And, you know, they decided to come back to America. He ended up getting sick out there in the Philippines. And it was really difficult for him to really get around out there in the Philippines. You know, the Philippines is not really a place, man, for people with certain types of disabilities. He had a mini stroke, then he has a second mini stroke, and then he had the big one. Stayed in the hospital for a while. The money that he had put away, it was gone. So luckily, he said that he was really working on his wife's papers out in the Philippines for her to get her citizenship and her green card, and those paperwork were in process, and they came through. Hey, Sasha, come. That's my puppy there, man, just like running around this place here. But anyway, he said when the papers came through, him and his wife came back to America. And he was really happy about that because he can really get the proper care that he really needs here. But the problem that they were having is that he's on Social Security and partial VA disability. You know, not a lot of money to really live in America, man. Truly not a lot of money. But his money was just enough for him to pay the household bills, the rent, the gas, electric, and phone bills, those type of stuff. But the wife ended up getting a position out there. She became a CNA, and now she's working as a caregiver, sometimes in facilities and then sometimes as personal care. So she's making enough money to help them live somewhat of a decent life here. He said at first it was really difficult and he was really worried, thinking now that his wife is here with him in America. He's unable to do the things that he was doing for her when they was living in the Philippines, because things was a lot more cheaper. And now the wife is out here working and assisting with their lifestyle. You know, I said to him, I said, my friend, at least you're very fortunate. You are very lucky, because there are a lot of guys out here who are our age, us baby boomers. We have this attitude that we don't want our women to be out here working and assisting us financially in the household. I said, at least you have that. And you know that she loves you, because if she didn't love you, now they've been here for a year living in America and she's still with him. She's still taking care of him. We know of a lot of guys that we all heard of who left America, went on overseas, got involved with a lot of these young ladies overseas who are really not working. They don't have any skills. They can't assist you with anything at all. You basically got to do everything for them. How many of those guys we know, when they get into situation, getting sick and something bad happened to them, how many of them we know would have to go on the internet, go on YouTube, other people's channel, to ask some people for help so they could get back to America to get the care? I say, at least you're blessed. You're lucky. You had some finances where you can get back here to America, and you had enough finances left where you can go out there and get your place for you to live in. You know, a lot of people don't have that opportunity. So I just wanted to share this story here with you guys. I don't like making my stories too long. I'm summarizing some of the conversation that we have, but I just want to share this with you guys to let you all know. Listen, man, when you listen to a lot of these guys tell you about how living in the Philippines, everything is cheaper, including medical, it is not. Blood work, going to the dentist, that's basic shit. What happened when you need surgery? What happened when you have a stroke and you real serious medical care? What happened? Are you going to be able to financially take care of yourself out there? Are you going to be able to do things for yourself? Or are you going to find the right woman who's going to stick by you if you have the money financially to stay in the Philippines and live the kind of life that you want to live? I just want to share this story here with you guys so you all can think about this, man. Plan ahead. Make sure you all know what you all are really getting into, man. You know, like I say, you know, sometimes bad shit happens. It happens to all of us. We never know when it's going to happen, but you need to have a backup plan. And again, there is no shame in the game having a woman out here who's making money, bringing the money in the home to assist you so you can live somewhat of a decent life, whether you're overseas or whether you're here in America. But as always, you guys know what it is with me, man. It is always peace and love, man. Peace and love. Hey, yo, stay blessed, everyone. Stay blessed. Hey, Sasha.